kwacha?
With free seed.
With the free seed. But what is more expensive, seed or fertilizer? Definitely, it's fertilizer.
In fact,
so why should you? Why should? Let me finish.
Just before you go, just maybe 2 seconds. This season, 2014-2015 season, farmers are going to buy fertilizer at 90 kwacha this.
That is a reduction of 10 kwacha.
Yes, it's a great achievement.
But Mr. Chimare, if we may just try and cut you short, the farmer is buying a bag of fertilizer at 100 kwacha, at 90 kwacha.
Yes.
From what Mr. Sion is saying, and this farmer is being given free seeds. How much does a 10 kg seed? Because they are given, is it 10 kgs?
Yeah.
So how much
200.
does it cost?
200. Somewhere there.
10 kgs.
Yes.
200.
Talk about hybrid. Seed go to the 721.
Mr. Moderator.
Seed go 722.
This is getting Miss
Let me finish my point.
Okay, just stress out your point.
Yes. So I said that they are given free seeds, and they are told to buy a bag of a bag of fertilizer at 90 kwacha. So now, when you are given that free seed, they give you that bag, the 10 kg bag. That bag will cater for a larger area. Okay. Now, the one bag that you are buying at 90 kwacha is going to cater for what kind of an area? The fertilizer. For a small area. So we're still going back to the same. They're just playing with our minds, the PF government. How can you buy a bag at 90 kwacha? They give you free seed. Let me finish.
It's not a farmer. It's not a farmer, this one.
Let me talk as a farmer.
Let me finish.
He's a farmer.
We are planting seed because the seed, you drop in one seed, the 10 kg bag is going to spread over a large area. But the fertilizer, is it the D compound that is given to the farmer at 90 kwacha, is only going to cater for a small piece of area compared to the seed. Which means that for the bag of seeds to end, the farmer will need to buy a lot of maybe say 3 bags of what? 4 bags or 8 bags of fertilizer. Whereby we are going to find that the farmer is spending more than he's supposed to buy the seed, which is coming back to the same. Why remove subsidy? It's just playing with our minds.
Okay, just before you see, ladies and gentlemen, and one lady here, if I may put it that way. Let us know that time is jealous, and we need to. When you come in to stretch out your point, try and be brief as you can and specific to the point.
Yes.
Ms. Senga, do you think that the PF government have delivered to the people in terms of agriculture?
Very much. They have done extremely well.
Okay.
And it's just bad that we lost our president, but I'm sure we'll come back and finish our work. So the thing is, when you talk of the depots where we store the maize, like Mr. Sichoni said, in every province you find a depot. For example, I'll give you an example of Kafue. There was this company formerly known as Kafue Textiles. Yeah. It was abandoned by the MMD, but now it has been used as a depot so that it can not just be dormant, just to mess up the place, but they're using it to store maize, which is another thing that they are doing. They don't want the maize to go to mess.
Okay, sorry. Let me just ask this question. Mr. Stone, I just want you to be precise to the point. Right. We understand that Northern Province was split into 2 provinces, and one of the provinces, newly built provinces, Mchinga Province. And we said that in all the provinces there, do we have a new depot in Mchinga Province?
In fact, Isoka is where the head offices of FRA are there in Isoka.
Okay.
They are not yet being shifted to Chinsari, the headquarters from Mchinga Province. So when you go to Isoka there are a lot of depots where maize are being kept. And some of the maize are being transported direct to Lusaka to avoid wastage.
Thank you. Mr. Kanembo, be as brief as you can, and then we go to Mr. Maba, Mr. Imala. Probably then we can go to another sector.
Yeah, okay. Mr. Moderator, you've given too much time to the people in government to say things which are not on the ground. And you've given little time to us in opposition to counteract to
Correct.
to them. Now let me come in here with the what these guys have done. The PF government has done nothing new. What they have done is just a continuation of what the MMD has done. What we expected, a new government, a new party in power that has never been in power, was to come up with new agriculture policies which we have never seen. Everything they are doing is just a photocopy of MMD. These people are only promoting maize, which the MMD has been doing. But when they were campaigning, they said they will diversify the agriculture sector, which they haven't done. They haven't promoted the production of rice. They haven't promoted the production of cassava. They haven't promoted the production of pineapples and the cashew nuts in Western Province. Now, what are they doing? They are just talking as they are only talking about maize, which UNIP was talking, which MMD was talking. They promised that they will do a new system, which they have failed to cope up with.
But I thought, I'm sorry,
just some seconds. We all know that this government is a caring government. This government talking about global diversification. We have seen that FRA is buying rice. I don't know if in your area they don't buy rice, but in our area they are buying rice.
Buying rice and promoting the production of rice is different, Mr. Sichone.
You are talking about
and let me also be brief here, Mr. Sichone, that as much as you are saying they are buying rice, these people were supposed to promote even the industries that add value to the production of those things. The first thing they were supposed to do is to make sure that they recapitalize the other industries that are found in the agriculture sector, apart from milling. Okay, they were supposed to open a plant for cashew nuts in Western Province. They were supposed to recapitalize a plant for pineapple cannery in Northwestern Province. They were supposed to do kawamba. They are supposed to do all the ginaries for the cotton in Eastern Province, which they have not done. And time is not our. We are not having time here, Mr. Sichone. Time is what we don't have to be, experimenting. It's time to be, cutting edge policies are what we are looking here.
Mr. Yes. Sichone, I give you exactly 20 seconds to counter.
All right, I just want to echo what my friend said. Because you get that in Kawamba tea factory there are some investors from Zimbabwe who are working on that.
They have come now.
They have come.
About operation.
Yeah. So listen, Mr.
We still go back to experimentation there.
Mr. Kanyembo, we are talking about our staple food in Zambia. When we talk about staple food, we are talking the crop which is being consumed across the country.
Cassava is also a staple food.
Okay, gentlemen, I'm sure you have stressed out.
Cassava?
You have stressed out your points. Mr. Himala, we see the PF government engaging Chinese investors to come up to promote, or rather to work on the production of rice in Western Province. Don't you think that's an A+ for the PF government?
Okay, let me start with first. I think I am very disappointed with my colleagues here. They are claiming to be farmers, yet they don't understand farming. To start with, I want I'll start before I come to your point. Let me stress out this point here. In terms of fertilizer distribution, they were saying the PF government is giving a bag of fertilizer at 90 kwacha and 1 free seed. Look at it. You look at it in this ratio. How many bags of fertilizer would you need for a 1 bag of seed? You need about 8 bags of fertilizer. 8 bags of fertilizer. That is 4 base of fertilizer and 4 top dressing fertilizer. Then how many bags? And then yet you buy those at 100 kwacha each, and a bag of seed costs at what? At 200 kwacha. Yet in MMD we used to buy a bag of fertilizer at 50 kwacha. So can you calculate that and get them? What is the difference? So you find that
Mr. Moderator, I think
yes, Mr. Maba, just come inside.
I think I can react to the statement of my colleague there, Kanyembo. I think the statement issued by Kanyembo, I think it has no base to say there is a wastage of agriculture imports across the country. Can you substantiate the exact place where those agriculture imports are saying?
Yes, I can.
And how many?
I can.
How many?
I will tell you that in Central Province, somewhere in Lukanga, ZNBC, your only government-controlled station, broadcasted a depot where maize has gone to wastage because they were not packed in good bags.
Okay.
And then
I just gave you one point to react to my statement or to my question.
I haven't
But that's
answered
why.
my question here.
But listen, that was intervention measures was made. It was purported that if intervention measures was not taken place, that maize would have gone into waste. But that intervention measures was taken within the parameter.
But another wastage
evidence
has been created, Mr. Augustine, where PF cadres or your own cadres are stealing the maize that you are supposed to take. So what? Still the wastage is there. Okay.
Mr.
Mawa,
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Himala, you said your question?
Yes, you asked me a question of which I have not answered.
Okay,
You
give
said-
us the answer quickly, then we come to the
Yes,
lady.
you said the PF has brought the Chinese to looking at it into
rice production
rice
in Western
production.
Province.
Yes, yeah, that one we can we can agree with that to say okay, yes, they are doing fine, but we look at are they doing their thing, or is the rice production in progress?
it is in progress.
Is it happening right now? The answer is no. They are not yet. They have not yet started.
That production, Mr. Himala,
So-
I don't know if I did, maybe I didn't straight out my question clear. That issue has been was agreed upon this year, and that the production, all their logistics will begin by next year.
So we'll only give them a plus when all is set and when we are able to see the production.
Exactly.
I think
Sorry, we have given
is not.
we have given so much. We have made the madam to hold that thought for long. Madam Tsenga, you wanted to come in?
Yeah, it's a good thing that the PF is a very caring, government. It doesn't only deal with maize or plants, I would say, but I think it has also done something to livestock. I can tell you right now, in all the provinces,
All the 10 provinces.
all the 10 provinces, the deep tanks have been made
Yes.
so that the animals would be healthy. Okay?
Doing vaccination.
I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing is there was the swine flu. Huh?
Yeah, the recent swine flu which affected, I don't know if it
No, sir.
came from northwestern province. I'm not sure, but
Yes.
And it was very-
I'm supposed to respond to.
And
I
Yeah,
was
just-
responding to
just-
her.
Thank you, Mr. Tsenga. Please, Ms. Tsenga,
May I
sorry
please
for.
continue? Yes. So this thing was treated, treated completely, and it's not there. So the government is doing so well. What else do you want? Give us chance, we'll continue and we'll show you how much we work.
Let me ask a question.
Okay.
The madam here.
Yeah.
I need to let her be so precise to give me maybe at least maybe 5 victims that have been constructed under PF government, because all the existing all the districts, they had their own deep tanks all around, starting from the MMD regime. Can you cite maybe just 3 or 4 deep tanks that has been constructed by PF government?
Mr. Stone just coming.
Yes, Mr. Imara, now we are talking about modern deep tanks now.
Yeah.
We are talking about
Even
modern-
though-
listen. The government in 3 years, it has done a good job, I tell you. You have seen that swine free, maybe in Northwestern Province recently, it was not that there was a outbreak of swine flu there. We saw the police killing those pigs and refunding them.
Yes.
You are referring
Trying to make sure that the
No,
farmers, they don't pay.
Yes.
Mr. Moderator.
The people have failed to answer my question. I said,
Now
can you
let me
cite
give you. Let me give you.
Yes.
In Mpika district, China.
In Mpika
To be
district.
specifically in
Yes,
Chief,
where my Kosata comes from.
Yes. In Mpika district, a model
Yes.
had been developed.
Yeah.
And the animal vaccination was taking place.
Why because in Mpika there are no animals.
Let
They don't even
let me
keep.
just
They don't even keep.
try to explain.
Why should you go to an area where there are no
Listen,
animals?
Mr. Moderator.
Thank you very much. We have
Mr.
given Mr. Kanyambo just
Mr.
come in,
Moderator.
sir. And then Mr. Stone, you are going to conclude. Then
Before
we-
Mr. Kanyambo comes in, I just want to stress a point here. You know, why the government has built a deep tank, they are modern deep tank. There is Mbesuma ranch there. Are you aware of this one? So they have to construct a modern so that those cattle which are kept there, they should access to medicine.
Yes.
Mr. Himan, We saw a lot of, sorry Mr. Kanyambo, to hold your thought. We saw a lot of diseases, livestock diseases coming from Southern Province, and do you see any changes in terms of livestock diseases compared to the Monti government? And now, do we see improvement? Do we see it going worse and where?
It is going worse because now, why is it that someone can go and build a modern tank where there are no animals? It is a well-known fact that Southern Province is the province which is so rich in terms of livestock and even farming. But how come they have failed to build a modern deep tank in Southern Province and they decided to take it in Pika, where there is no animal? We don't have even farmers that side.
Okay, Mr. Kanyambo, please come in, sir.
I think
Mr. Stone, just let him.
Mr. Moderator, you see, as I'll go back to what I said earlier on, you are giving too much time to the government officials here to mislead the nation and all of us on the panel.
Now,
look, they have disclosed themselves that their government, their PF government, has made deep tanks in every district and in every province of this country. Probably they have even made a deep tank in Barroso Plains, where you don't keep kettles, to tell you that these people have got misplaced priorities for this nation. I also go back to, if for sure, as my colleague there, our own lady on the panel, stressed out that the PF government has promoted the agriculture sector in, the livestock sector. We are supposed to have milk production in every part of this this country, but people in Shangopo, they can hardly drink fresh milk. So what are we talking about? They were supposed to promote the dairy industries so that the small-scale farmers who are dealing in livestock, their produce can reach, or their milk can reach every citizen. But that is not happening. These are just things that are on the paper, as I said earlier on, that PF are very good in making plans on paper, but they don't implement it. These guys are poor finishing. Actually, what they have done is this, Mr. Moderator, before you cut me short. They promised on a Donch Kubeba kind of a thing. And they say more money in the people's pocket and less tax. But what they have done is they have put more poverty in people's pocket because they have removed all the subsidies, putting that farmer, that single farmer, that vulnerable farmer that Mr. Stone said was benefiting from subsidy. Now they have made that vulnerable farmer more poor.
Mr. Stone, just before you counter, as you are counter-reacting,
yes.
I'd like to ask you a question. You are saying that the PF government is really improving on the agriculture sector. What do you have to say about the Pika Agriculture College, which was recently closed? We see this college running for a long period of time, and all of a sudden it's been shut. How are you saying this sector is being improved when they are closing?
In fact, on that one, the college is still in operation. Yes. What happened was, there was some language within the institution whereby they are supposed to hold a graduation. Now, because of the misunderstanding between the management and the students, that led to a temporary closure of the college. As I'm talking, the college is in operation right now. So, coming to what my colleague said, Mr. Imar, not being fair to us, the government in power today. When you look at the entire country, the only province which has a lot of livestock is the Southern Province. But you have seen that the government has put much effort to protect the diseases which arise from cattle. And you are aware of this. Mr. Iman, also to just maybe to convince you on this point, the issue of vaccination of cattle, the medicine itself is very costly, I tell you. We are talking about Mbika. Mbika is not just a place where the president comes from, but we're talking about the ITZ. Mbesuma ranch is one of the biggest ranches in Zambia. That's what we are talking about. You are aware over this one. So don't be buzz in terms of talking. Be realistic in terms of talking.
Mr. Kanyambo, I give you 30 minutes to talk to Mr. Chibari. Then we close the agriculture sector.
Yes, Mr. Moderator.
30 seconds.
Thanks very much for my colleagues. They have stressed their point about the good policies that their government has brought, which we have not seen. Mr. Moderator, you can agree with me that if only 3 years is a long time to see results, because they promised results in 90 days, and we would have seen these results in their first year in power. Mr. Moderator, you agree with me that the bag of meal currently, it is the most expensive as compared to all the governments that have been in existence. If they had good policies, Mr. Moderator, the bag of meal would have been costing 30 kwacha, not 90 kwacha, 75 kwacha as it is at the moment. That indicates to even the blind man that we are heading for the west. The boat that was carrying, that we thought is carrying us to a promised land, it is sinking. Period.
Mr. Chivan, just close it, just come in on that, yes.
What I can say is that, as my friend has alluded to, the boat that started off very fine, on the course of the middle of the sea, it has started to sink.
Okay.
Somebody gets 500 kwacha as a salary, eh? Since they introduced the minimum wage. Eh? So we say somebody gets 500 kwacha. And in that 500 kwacha, you buy 60 or 70 kwacha goes to a minimum. And this person keeps 5 children of her own, plus 1 dependent. And that makes them 6, plus the wife, 7, plus the man, 8 people.
And visitors, like you,
How
many, to my house.
How many bags of meal meal is that person going to buy in one bag? So 500 subtract.
Just let him finish.
500 subtract 120 for just for meal meal, 120, and the person is going to have 380 for rentals, water bills, electricity. Where is this government?
I guess on that one.
So
Okay, just
let me finish.
I'll conclude. I haven't given a chance.
Yeah,
Yes.
please, just 10 seconds, then we go to Mr. Ma.
Yes. So the removal of subsidy has not affected these people in government because they are busy enjoying the government's money. Okay? It has affected the poor people who live far away from these government houses. They don't feel anything, but the person who suffers the most is the person who
Just
used to benefit.
in your 10 seconds, let me use 1 second from your 10 seconds. All his bills, Mr. Augustine, where he's seated, all his bills are paid for by my tax. He doesn't pay anything. Even Honorable Stone here, he's talking, his office is full of aircon. He doesn't feel the pinch that the common man is feeling. What they have done is the poor have been made poor, and them, the rich people. Look at the honorable here. You can see from his neck that he's getting all these things.
No, the honorable is saying it's not fat, it's just big.
No,
Mr. Ma, just come in, please.
he has just like an American.
Just let him come in.
Just a point of correction, I'm not fat but big.
They have made the poor to become poor, and the richer themselves, they are richer.
Now listen, Zambians are responsible people. And I'm responding to the statement of my colleague. And you can't have 7 children you cannot even manage to feed. So we have to be responsible on that one as Zambians.
So are you saying somebody having 5 children
That's
is
being
wrong?
irresponsible.
Somebody must stop having 5
That's
children.
being irresponsible. That's
So
why
you're telling the person, the poor person
This is why.
that's what I said the government.
Just let him, gentlemen, let's just let him stretch out his point.
You
No,
people,
he's based insulting the poor people in the
we have to be responsible as Zambians. That's why health sector has embarked on the sensitization program. They have even brought up the
Yeah, just speak quickly about to go in.
okay. My point is the commission of government milling has embarked on. We have seen the milling of national service opened. We have seen prison milling opened, and that will bring competition in the ground.
Those
Since private sectors are enjoying
Those were plans which
monopoly.
were on the table by the MMD.
Now,
They need to procure this
Mr.
money.
Stone, 10 seconds, then
oh,
we
Mr.
go
Kanyebo is
to
being
it.
unfair. We gave him a chance to finish his point, but he's interrupting.
Your government is just
No, no,
good at
don't
commissioning
Don't
commissioning projects which were started by RRB.
Yes, Mr. Baba, stretch us the point, then we go to
Alright, Mr. Kanyembo must be fair. You know, when we are talking about development, we should throw away the issue of politics. We are talking about development in nature, not about politics, politicking, where something is being done in a safe way. When we talk about the issue of agriculture, we saw last year when there was the outbreak of armaments, the government was able to provide what the
there is no politicking in someone spending 100 kwacha to buy one bag of meal.
Let me just express my point. You know, Mr. Kanyem, we must be fair. You know, if we continue working in that way, we are going to see this country going backward.
A loaf of bread is 6 kwacha as compared to 4 kwacha when it was in MMD. So what politicking is there when I'm spending 6 kwacha to buy a loaf of meal, a loaf of bread?
Thank you very much, gentlemen. We're still going to have our closing remarks, so we're still going to have our own chances. Right now, thank you very much. This is a political platform and we're just looking at the agriculture sector, but right now we are going to go on a commercial break, and then as we are continuing, we are coming to look at the education sector. Well, this is a very big topic from our own arguments. We can take the whole day on this, but at least every one of us managed to straight out their points. Please don't go away. Stay tuned.